All right, we're gonna open our public hearing, case 2023B. Just so everybody knows, this is being recorded. Introduction of the planning board members, Madison Pixley Chair, Christina Brodeur, Pat Coyne, David Demers, and John Matthews. Read statement of authority. The planning board is established under Chapter 40A of the general laws of Massachusetts and acts in compliance with Chapter 40A under the zoning bylaws of the town of Hampden. Chapter 41 governing the submission and approval of plots and proposed subdivisions, and the rules and regulations governing the subdivision of land in Hampden, Massachusetts. For legal notice, the Hampden Planning Board will hold a public hearing on Wednesday, June 14th, 2023 at 6:15 p.m. in the Townhouse, 625 Main Street, Hampden, Mass. On the application of Bedrock Financial LLC as trustee Cumberland Blues Realty Trust for special permit approval for substandard frontage lots for parcels 150350 Lot C and 150350 Lot D under section 7.2.4 of the Hampden zoning bylaw and special permit approval for a common driveway under section 7.542 of the Hampden zoning bylaw to access parcel 150350 Lot A, parcel 150350 Lot B, parcel 150350 Lot C, and parcel 150350 Lot C. All parcels are located on Thresher Road and owned by Bedrock Financial LLC. Information related to this application is on file in the town clerk's office and is available for review by the public during normal business hours. For the board, Madison Pixley, Chair of the Hampden Planning Board, published in the Wilbraham Hampden Times on May 25th and June 1st, 2023. So we've received a letter from the applicant, Bedrock Financial LLC, as trustee Cumberland Blues Realty Trust, dated October 4th, 2024, requesting his application for a special permit be withdrawn without prejudice. So now we'll be looking for a motion to accept this withdrawal without prejudice.
I move that we accept the withdrawal without prejudice.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Five.
Yep.
I can't vote yet. Can I have to sign that?
I'm sorry, I have it right here. Yes, you better announce that, John, sorry. I have this, you can, certification.
So John Matthews is going to sign the certification MGL Chapter 39, Section 23D to take part in our motion.
Okay, we better take the vote again.
Okay, we'll hear a new
The
motion.
new motion, I move that we approve the, accept the withdrawal without prejudice.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, 5-0.
Motion to close.
I move we close the public hearing.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Now we're gonna open our regular board meeting, October 9th, 2024, 6:34 p.m. Our order of business is case 2021B, self-storage, 2 Summers Road. So tonight we'll be reviewing the judge's decision on the planning board and possibly vote to issue the special permit. So we're going to review the planning board's decision dated December 22nd, 2022, which contains the 21 conditions. And we have to review the court's decision dated July 9th, 2024. So basically, we're going to discuss these documents and the 21 conditions. If we feel that no additional information is required from the applicant, we'll vote to issue the special permit up to the 21 conditions. If the board feels that we need more information from the applicant only, we'll have to have another public hearing to accept the additional information requested, close the hearing, and then make the decision to issue the special permit with the 21 conditions. When we reference 21 conditions, this means that we can remove some of them if we want to. Okay.
No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Should we just run through the conditions, or do you guys want to do this? All right, condition one, the hours of operation, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday, including federal and state holidays. Condition two, prior to the start of construction, the applicant shall submit a stormwater permit and stormwater pollution prevention plan to the designated agent for review and approval. Condition three, the site requires provision for a knockbox or similar means of entrance for all emergency services at any time. 4, all landscape dead trees must be replaced within one growing season. 5, annual reports of maintenance performed at the facility to be provided to the enforcement officer, building inspector. 6, any damage to the fence will be replaced within 1 month's notice of the defect. 7, any application of pesticides, herbicides to be conducted by a certified licensed agent in accordance with local, state, and federal regulations. 8, a weekly inspection is to be performed of the site for removal of trash, debris, litter, etc.
So on 8, who's gonna do that?
The owner.
The owner is responsible for that. 9, the facility is to be maintained in a manner as of its initial approval. 10, no business shall be allowed to operation directly or indirectly on the premises that is not consistent with the prescribed use of the property. 11, the facility shall not allow for the storage of hazardous material in quantities greater than the reportable quantities identified in 310 CMR 40. 12, a rental contract shall prohibit the storage of materials listed in 310 CMR 40 in quantities greater than the associated with the normal household use. 13, the storage of flammables, inflammables, combustibles, or hazardous material will be in accordance with Chapter 148 and CMR 527 of the Mass General Law. 14, the special permit is granted to the applicant and will run with the land and shall be transferable. 15, the proposed 8-foot fence as noted on the site plan dated 11/30/2021 will be a solid vinyl fence in a dark green gray color. 16, the proposed entrance gate is to be a solid vinyl fence in dark green gray to match the surrounding fence. 17, any signage installed under section 7.6221A shall not exceed 24 square feet and shall remain unlit. 18, the facility shall not permit the storage of motorized vehicles, including but not limited to automobiles, boats, recreational vehicles, landscaping equipment, etc. 19, applicant must provide 24-hour notice of any cancellation or change in insurance, and within 5 days of cancellation, provide proof of new certificate of insurance. The certificate of insurance shall be provided to the town annually, and every 5 years, the policy will be reviewed by the planning board for adequacy of coverage. Minimum coverage of 1 million per occurrence and a 3 million aggregate. Applicant must maintain continued occurrence-based environmental pollution liability insurance coverage. 20, new photometric plan to be submitted based on revised site plan to show no light trespass on adjacent properties with dark sky compliance. And 21, any changes to the site plan approved under the special permit shall require the applicant to file for an amendment to the special permit. Do you have any issues with any of those? Any of them we want to get rid of?
Pardon me?
Any we want to get rid of? I don't think so. What to do? So now if anybody wants to make a motion to issue the special permit,
I make a motion to issue the special permit with the attached 21 conditions as stated.
I'll second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
Everybody?
Is it everyone?
Yep.
Okay, so 0. Special permit.
All right, I think our only other order of business tonight is talking about the accessory dwelling unit. Don, did you have stuff that you wanted to talk about?
Do you want to go through the minutes? Are there minutes to be approved, Joanne?
Two sets.
Two sets, yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
We can do that quick and then,
I'm sorry, I didn't.
no, it's okay. I've got a husband under the weather, so I'm trying to
That's okay.
move it along.
I don't know if everybody's read them or not.
Show me back.
And any of them.
Talk to,
Hi.
never mind.
Huh?
Oh, this is this supposed to go on there?
No, that's no.
Got
Any-
motion to approve the meeting, excuse me, minutes of the regular meeting for September 25th, 2024.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
That's still reading, I think. Are you all set? Paul?
It's okay.
Give me a minute.
He's looking for mistakes.
Catch those typos.
Don't catch anything, spell my name.
No, that was Heather.
Yeah, that's true.
Those typos.
Let's type those. I was trying to keep.
I
That's
gotta
yours.
file that in
Okay.
the folder.
Okay. Is some like reading for me, Pat?
Set, oh, okay, I'm all set.
Um, motion to approve the public hearing minutes for case 2024H. Wednesday, September 25th, 2024.
I'll second that.
Thanks, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. Mr. Matthews?
ADU. Okay, the questions I have, and these are, which way, how do you want to proceed? This board proceeding on coming up with the language for the ADU. For the town. So I have a question, and these are different ways which we could use or utilize. I'm saying one of them would be view other towns' bylaws, such as Munson's, Wilbraham's, and other towns that are our size.
Yep.
And kind of adopt theirs, see how they fit. And we may have to change some of theirs to accommodate some of our needs that we may see.
Yeah, Munson is actually in the process of changing theirs right now.
Yes, yeah, and I think Wilbraham has. So we could investigate those.
Mhm.
And like I said, or we can come up with a blank slate and go through that. We can adapt to what we have now,
Mhm.
modify that. We could invite the building inspector to get his slant on things. And run some of what we would like to do past him and see what, his input is. And the last would be, you could always take the state's template and just drop that in also. It may cause some confusion
Yeah.
using the states because it's not really clear.
Yeah.
And concise. So what I'm asking is, no answer now, but to think about it and maybe come back for the next meeting and decide which way we want to go.
Yeah, I think maybe we start with looking at what Wilbraham and Munson have done to update it to reflect the state's requirements, and then we'll go from there.
Sure.
In combination with what we have in
Yeah.
our own.
Yeah.
But, because I mean, I think we took ours from Wilbraham, right? Or-
Okay. Does anybody else have a feeling on that? Yeah. Yeah. With,
No, I'm pointing at him because.
I know you have a. Wait, I just want to get the board's sense first.
Yeah.
If that's okay, John.
What do you, John? Sure.
I would obviously go to other towns first.
Okay,
And then after we do that, then I would invite the building inspector in.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't think we need to drag him through the process of us reviewing, and I think if we get something set, then.
Okay.
Is there, talking to Jesse today about this?
Yeah.
Town attorney.
Yeah.
He alluded to a February timeframe.
He is correct.
So it goes into effect, if we don't have something in place prior to that, it's an open door.
Mhm.
And then is there makeup work after, say you bring something to the spring town meeting.
Yes,
So there will then be a period where anything is allowed. And you can't force them to come back in compliance with your zoning. It's like heck, zoning before 1942.
you are correct. You're correct, John.
There's potential there.
So it's imperative to get
Ahead of-
something, yeah, ahead of it and get something in place.
Right.
And I'm thinking that something in place would be for the annual town meeting.
Yeah.
And roll the dice on the 3 months, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be like the Wild West. You can do whatever you want type of thing.
Well, he did make the point. You
Yeah.
still have, the Board of Health still has control over septic,
Right.
setbacks are still in place. But
Yes,
inside the envelope, it's fair game.
correct.
And our bylaw, town council, what's her name? Rose, did indicate that our bylaw would be in place until February 2nd, I believe. And the square footage would still be by the state. She went through the whole thing and told me what we would mandate until February 2nd.
Right.
So,
But our bylaw doesn't allow for right now,
detached.
detached.
Right.
And that's
That's the big
where
thing.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why I said the Wild West, and
Yep.
it would still have to, somebody could come in and put a unattached ADU in, but they would still have to comply with.
There's still a lot of stuff that they have to comply with.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
So what we would need to do is, do you want to keep those setbacks the same for an ADU, or do you want to change them or whatever? Those are some of the questions that you,
Yeah, we should
Yep.
think about.
Yep.
Agreed.
So then if it's denied, our annual town meeting, we'd be in the same predicament that we are before.
Yeah, we'd have to go
Right.
by the state's guidelines as opposed
Probably
to having
just
our own.
Like clear
yes, yes.
to say.
Yes, and as John said, there is the requirement for,
Board of Health
Board of Health to oversee, yeah,
and build, I mean, they still have
and the building
to permit
inspector.
and, yeah.
Because don't like certain septic systems like that were put in, like only hold so many
Yeah.
people or square footage
For
or.
a better, they calculate it based off of bedrooms.
So if hypothetically we don't do that or we do,
Board of Health.
the Board of Health would do that part.
Yes.
Right,
And the same thing for a well.
but that's not clear right now.
Well, I'm not sure about the well.
Right, that's not clear. That's one of the things we need to really define. So in other words, if I had an unattached, I tap into the existing owner's well, I'm saying, and run to that other person. Then does it become a public water supply? I don't know. Those are questions I don't know.
We have
It'll be
to
a-
ask,
It would be a well, but if you're renting a house, an ADU, do you have to have the water monitored? I don't know. So those are questions that need to.
I don't
be
think it is,
addressed.
but we can confirm that. But I'm pretty sure it's
I
not.
don't know. That's all I had.
Okay.
So maybe for the next meeting, you can bring maybe Joanne?
Copies of Wilbraham and Munson's bylaw. and-
Would that be possible?
Yep.
Yeah.
Huh?
Do you want me to reach out to Craig?
Invite Wendell to it?
I don't think,
No,
I
not
don't
yet.
want to invite Wendell until we have something,
Right.
a draft.
Yeah.
And I want to give it to him before so he can actually like read it. Not-
If you find it, could you email it out, Joanne?
I will do it.
Okay.
It's hunting season. I got lots of time sitting in the woods.
Some quiet reading.
I'm gonna be. All right, everybody good?
I am.
Your motion.
Motion to close,
Motion.
adjourn.
No, this is a public meeting.
But Madison, you started saying it was a public hearing, and John, you also said it was a public.
That was for our
hearing.
first, that was for the public hearing. We started the meeting as a public hearing for closing out that special permit application, and then we opened our regular board meeting,
So it's a board meeting.
just a regular board meeting.
So can you take questions or comments at a
Pertaining to self-storage?
What are you pertaining the question to?
Yes.
No,
No.
sorry.
Cannot.
You can?
Cannot.
You cannot,
No,
Any question for self-storage? No.
but you can you take comments?
Nope.
no, it's not a
Is there
public, it's,
law somewhere that says that you can't? I mean, in a public meeting, if the board allows you to.
The judge's decision.
this was ordered by it was a judge's decision to no public.
All right, well, when the meeting's over, I would like it if you could hear something. I think it's important for you to hear it as planning board members when the meeting is over and it's.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Did you close it?
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
All right.
Can I speak?